I'm here at the shooting range and I wanted to cut a quick video of the Casio G-Shock Rangeman GW-9400 series in OD green. I've had this watch since December of 2013, it's now July 2014, so I've got some pretty good time with this watch. Been wearing it, for those 6 months and have been using it particularly at the shooting range and, when out in the field or while doing some rugged works, rather than using or wearing one of my other watches, one of my automatics or mechanical watches, so I don't really damage those if I'm doing something harsh. But what I like about having this, obviously any G-Shock, is that I can get it dirty, get it wet, and then when the day's over, I can wear it in the shower with me and wash it off, and it's clean again. But that being said, this Rangeman is a spin-off of the Casio ProTrek line, which included their triple sensors, which now the Rangeman has a triple sensor. The triple sensor is pretty much a sensor that gives the watch a few different readings. If you hit the triple sensor button, it gives you a thermometer along with the barometric pressure reading. So according to this, it's 88.6, so it's kind of warm today, with a barometric pressure of 28.4. Hitting it again, it cycles through the altimeter, so it gives you the elevation above sea level, roughly 14-15 feet above sea level, along with a compass. So if you get lost, don't have GPS, you have a compass on your watch. Pretty good readouts to have on a watch. As far as a Rangeman is concerned, it's kind of a poetic name for people who go to the shooting range. If you're a competition shooter, as I wrote about it in my blog, if you do some mid-range to long-range rifle shooting, having the barometric pressure gauge and altimeter in conjunction with the thermometer helps out, because you can record data as well as use that information to better adjust for your dope. If you have a particular dope that you have on your gun and your ammo, if you zero it at your home range, which is at sea level, and you travel to a higher elevation region, you know that you're going to need less adjustments at longer range, because there could be a difference of maybe half to 3/4 of a minute of angle difference on your elevation zeros at longer ranges, to 600 to maybe 1,000 yards. That being said, it's also nice to have a thermometer, obviously, because if you have a data book and you're recording your shooting, you kind of want to record the temperature for that given moment in time. The G-Shock Rangeman has your standard features that are found on many G-Shocks. Your main screen has obviously local time and the date. My favorite screen, or the preferred screen I like to keep my watch on, is the Gmt Screen or the UTC screen, which has the GMT time in the large print and then the local time in the small print. Stopwatch, standard feature. You got a timer, an alarm, sunrise, sunset. The recall screens, your last time that the watch received its atomic time from the atomic radio or transmissions. So this actually updated early this morning, just after midnight. And back to the main screen. A couple little quirks on this watch. Well, only one quirk that I can say right now is that a friend of mine did mention that on his ProTrek line, the temperature gauge is actually affected by body heat, and if you wear the watch on your wrist and then you hit the sensor to get the temperature, it's actually going to be reading kind of warm than it actually is. I haven't done any scientific testing to say by how much it's going to get skewed by, but it's up there. It could be a 5 to 10 degrees difference. So I mean, it's a little bit of a quirk. So if you're going to do some temperature reading, you probably want to take the watch off your wrist to do the temperature reading. Like maybe keep it off your wrist for about 5 minutes. It's not really convenient, but I mean, in my experience, you're going to find that the temperature gauge is going to be skewed if you're wearing it on your wrist for quite some time. That being said, the watch itself is kind of large. It's about, I think it's, off the top of my head, I think it's above 50 millimeters in diameter, but on my wrist it fits okay. It fits comfortably well. Let's try to put it on real quick for you. But I mean, it fits well on the wrist. I mean, obviously the lugs kind of proceed off the sides of my wrist, but I can wear it on my arm. It doesn't affect my shooting, pistol and rifle. I can operate the watch while wearing gloves, so it's not a big deal. Other than that, there's not much else to say. If you want more details on this watch, check out my write-up on okfj.net. Quick quick notes. Just suggested retail price is still $300. At the time I bought it, I was at Macy's, and they had a 30% off sale, so I decided to pick one up. Especially after I saw information on this watch in October of 2013, so it was December 2013 at the time when I bought it. So I took advantage of that 30% off, got it for $210 plus tax. This is US dollars. I wanted the OD green. They were actually kind of hard to come by in OD green. They had a lot of black, but only 3 in OD green. And a woman was actually at the counter, and she bought one for her husband because she couldn't find one anywhere else in this color. So I think they also have a yellow one that's been out since then, but that was Japan only. But you can import those if you want one. Just recently, I saw one in blue at Macy's. It's more of a purplish hue blue than anything, but it looks pretty cool. So if you're into blue, check it out. And if I recall correctly, I was on Instagram and I saw one in red. So if you want one in red, it should be out there. I'm hoping Casio would also do one in Coyote or Flat Dark Earth. Flat Dark Earth is pretty popular amongst shooters. It matches a lot of their gear as far as guns and accessories and whatnot. So that would be a nice color scheme to have. That's pretty much it. So check out my write-up if you want more details, ocabj.net. If you search for G-Shock or Rangeman, you should be able to find the article pretty quickly. Thanks for watching.